Hey everybody, welcome back to another Diecast review. This is Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s 2004 Bristol Busch Series race win. I have done the Cup win before, and I was able to snag this guy out of a pawn shop for 20 bucks. Actually, it was 10 bucks, even better. But yeah, great deal on this car, so I decided to pick it up because I love cars with some race damage, and this one is no mistress to that. So let's take a look here at the box first. It did come from a smoker home, so you can see kind of yellowed up around the edges. Unfortunately, that's just kind of a normal thing that this one will do. Then you got a picture of the car there. Got another one right there. He's got the trophy right there in hand. Got a cat hacking over there. He's probably going to be spitting up a higher ball. There you see him doing the victory salute there. He's all right. Dale Jr.'s signature, and then another picture there. So that's a sleeve. The basic box underneath is just your 2004 action box. Let's go ahead and take a look at the diecast. So this diecast has actually a little less damage, but it does have a couple donuts on it. So he's good on the left side here. You can see we've got this kind of deep metallic blue. It's really hard to see, but it is not just a basic. It is not just a basic gloss blue. There is a very deep tone to that, and you can kind of see it, but it's really hard to get enough on a video, especially on camera. It's 4K, which is nice, but there you can kind of see it, how it is not just your basic gloss. So it does have some really good metallic to it. There you see number 81. There's a donut on the side here from making contact with somebody. Then you see we got the brand new sticker tires, so they're all written there. Left rear set 5, left front set 5. Menards there, you can see all around it. They've got the rubber buildup around the wheel well. Dale Earnhardt Jr. on the name rail. And there's the DEI logo and the North Carolina flag. Rubber window net. Let's go to the rear end. We got Menards, Chevy, and then Menards on the deck lid. There you go. Trunk does open. There's our fuel cell in the back. And yeah, Menards has gone kind of the neon color, but they were blue and orange and green and all sorts of colors. There you see Menards again. We've got another little donut there, another brand new right rear number 5 set 5 tire, and then another donut up here past the numbers. Not a ton of rubber buildup on the sides. It's mostly on the nose, but does have a couple donuts. Always make it look good. Other thing I did want to note is the windshield tear-off squares on the roof. There are no roof flap opens. Those started in 2005. So, on the nose of this car, you can see here we have got a little chip in the headlight. Oh, no, we don't. That's actually from the racetrack. I was wondering if that was a chip. Tiny little Chevy logo right there by the headlight. That's actually really cool. That little silver Chevy logo is on there. And then, of course, as I said, that where it looks like it's a scratch in the decal. It could be a scratch in the decal, but it's not. It's under the clear coat, so it's not a chip. There you see a little bit of pink tape down around the nose. Monte Carlo, we got the bright orange valence tape, so that's all taped up that way. I was wondering, let me look at that car one more time on the pictures. I don't see, how wide is that? I'm trying to see if they had the wide brake vents, where they have a vent here and a vent over here, like they do on some of the Martinsville cars. This one doesn't, but I can't tell from the pictures if it's supposed to or not. It doesn't look like it, but it does look like it had some orange tape on it somewhere down here, and they went with pink. This is all taped off, solid, and then you can see the different tape pieces on there as well. There's a little number 2 on that one. Underneath, regular rear suspension does not move. Here, the wheels are posable and everything, but the working suspension didn't come in until the 2013 Gen 6 cars. So here we go. There's our engine detail in there. We got silver valve covers on the red engine block. Got another little hose there, a couple of belts run to the alternator. We got the radiator there, so a little bit better engine detail than what our standard Elites have now. Not by much, but it is better. And then I said with that undercarriage, you do have the posable wheels there. So, yeah, it's a basic ARC. I actually really like the ARCs for the Gen 4 car. It's because the Elites tend to sit higher. The only Gen 4 cars I've been getting in Elite are Casey Canes. But everyone else, I have gone with the ARC because the car will sit kind of low like this, kind of nice and short. Sometimes the Elite one will sit like way up here, like it's going to be sitting really, really tall because there's so much detail to the front end of the Elites. Like let me see here. Do I have an elite up here? I want to see if I can find an elite quick. Where's my closest elite? There's one. Yeah. So I'm grabbing an elite. For anyone wondering where I just took off to, I was going to show you the detail and why I prefer the ARC. So this is an elite Casey Kane 2006 Las Vegas Busch Series win, custom. And why I brought this over, I'm trying to pop the hood on it, but I'm having a little bit of trouble. There it goes, comes right open. Good job. All right, so I want to show you how much stuff they have packed into the front end of this car. So side by side, you can see on this car, sits pretty high off the ground. Look at that big gap in there, and it doesn't really go down. So the Valence sits way up there. This one sits, you know, much closer to the wheel well. You know, a lot more room to bring that down. This one doesn't have, doesn't have much room at all. But you look at all the engine detail they got packed in here. I got tethers. I've got another hose here, a hose here, wires there, belt, hose. 2 braces in there as well. Let's flip it up and look underneath the car. You get looking underneath and look at all that stuff in there. So with all that stuff in there, that is what causes this car not to sit super flat. And it doesn't sit terribly. I mean, if you look at it, it sits pretty decent, but it is still higher than this car. So that is why I prefer ARCs on the Gen 4s, again, except for the Kane ones. This is a Las Vegas Custom Elite. So these are the only ones because they're Casey Kane. I try to get the Elites if I can. Some of them you can't get an Elite, but you can see how sometimes there's a big gap in some of these, and I have a few that don't have it, but a lot of them do have that gap. That's very common in the Elites to have that. Now the Elites do have a working rear and front suspension, but the fronts a lot of times don't work because there's so much packed into them. So anyway, that'll wrap up this review. A little long trying to do the comparison, but I figured it was good info to know. So this is let's see, before I get too far ahead of myself, thank you all for watching. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss an upload. I got a bunch of them, diecast reviews, hopefully every day. I say hopefully because some days get really busy and I forget, but I usually average at least more than one a day. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for all the future uploads, including some of the discussion, playoff predictions, things like that. Looking at getting some stuff set up to do some streaming, maybe on a second channel if I get that rolling. So we'll look at that. But other than that, this has been Race Craze. Thank you all for watching. Hope you've enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next Diecast review.